Hello. See if it's working. Testing. Zoe Roberts. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for turning, and I'm not going to waste no time here. I got only 1 minute, and I got a meeting by 5 o'clock. So I'm just trying to wrap it up and do it quick and hit it. I'm going to hit it hard, 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 hard. My name is Keshen, aka The General. And we all been hearing a lot of stuff in Liberia. We've been hearing a lot of news, a lot of things. But one of the things that really caught my attention, and I'm very, very disturbed, is this rape issues. Rape, 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 rape. This rape issues. And it's shameful to see some people, so-called government officials, and people who are members of CDC coming out. Yes, it's good to speak out. They are speaking out. That's good. But you see what we don't understand in Liberia? It's not about the people who work with the president. The people of Liberia want to hear from their president. They don't want to just hear from the gender minister or some Jefferson Koji who's in the street and pretending as if they are all concerned. I posted something. I said, why President Weah is silent? He refusing to speak on the issue of rape. And I challenge him. He should prove me wrong. Let him pass an order, executive order for zero tolerance against rape. You know, when I saw the picture of that little baby, I still can't believe it that Liberians are that wicked, or men. Why we got a lot of dirty people in Liberia, men especially. And all these things, you know, we sometimes laugh about it, and we try to blame parents. We try to blame other people, say, oh, because the girl dressed this way, she dressed it. And I would say this, no matter how a woman dresses, no matter how she carries herself, it still give you the damn right to subdue her or pregnant her or rape her. You can even rape your own wife. A woman, once she disagree and she refuse to go out with you, to lay out with you in bed, and you force her, it's rape. It's rape. Why are we doing this to a Liberia? Why? Where is the president on this issue? I don't want to hear only from gender minister who took almost going 3 years and then start to speak and we don't see the remorse in their faces. I don't want to hear from Jefferson Koji who will say, oh, police not supposed to beat the people when they're protesting, trying to pretend. When President Weah saw on social media that police beating women who are concerned about rape in Liberia. You want to tell me the president don't know? You want to tell me that President Weah don't look at social media? That's a lie. When you heard a policeman saying that and other people saying, oh, y'all make the country look so bad because of protest. Who told you so-called bitches that protests make country look bad? Protests change things for the better. Our mothers are in the street protesting and police whipping them, and we try to back it up and say, oh, you guys making Liberia look bad with protests and protests. And who told you when people protesting, government officials, elected officials don't go out and protest along with them? Elected officials don't owe no president loyalty. They work for the people. It's the concern of the people. You know, this kid they call Christmas, I think he's really suffering from PTSD. Because you came to America, you live in America, you got citizenship, you did everything. When you say that or elected officials not supposed to be part of protest, then it looked at when they raped you the other day, it disturbed your brain. It really disturbed your brain. You see in America, you see elected officials in protest marching along with people. We don't want violence protests. And whenever a protest is violence, it's because of the police, the way they interact, the way they behave. We got our beautiful country, Liberia. Liberia have not been the same since the coup. The government is not the problem because we make the government. We the one that elected the government. We have problem with governance. We must say this and that about Ellen Johnson. I don't like Ellen Johnson, but Joshua have made it so worse. I know that Ellen Johnson betrayed her vice president for George Weah, but Joshua have made it so worse because where Ellen left us is not where we are today. It's not where we are today. It's not where we are. Liberians know that, but they are pretending as if no. They are pretending. We make the government. Nobody's saying that you should apologize for supporting George Weah. Look in Liberia today, we see churches. We see so-called pastors. I thought they're supposed to be neutral. Yes, you can pray for an opposite, you can pray for everybody. But when you're coming up to endorse on another candidate, and we all know this candidate that you're trying to endorse, anyway, they are seditions. Who are you? You compromising the Bible, your pulpit, because of corruption? You think God, look, God is a just God. God just laugh at us every day, say, Liberians, you people are not serious. Until God will have to send down the wrath to damage us again. We got a president who blaspheme, go on the pulpit and use the pulpit for division. If our president is comfortable speaking in his church, then speak on national issues. Leave your citizen alone who come up and insult you or criticize you. You one of those person who say my enemy should be your enemy. You pretend behind clothes. You pretend as if you love the people of Liberia. There is no way we will speak on Liberia and let George Weah go free. There is no way we can speak on Liberia and we will not touch on President Weah. No way. We can't. Hold on 1 minute, guys. Hello? Hello? Okay, I will get back to you if you can hear me. What's it called? So, there is no way. The person insisting. Okay. Please, guys. Bear with me, please. I'm sorry, guys, and as an overseas call, I just have to get it out. And so, our president is comfortable speaking in the church. Why can't you just come out and say something? Look, we can have as many organizations to fight rape. When the government is not giving us, not ready to put its foot down to allow things to happen, we are wasting our time. We are wasting our time. We are wasting our time. Going 3 years, this president cannot even speak to his people. But this president will go on social media, in his church, and just speak on nonsense. President Weah has children. Although we don't know his children, because he has never introduced his children publicly to the people. So when I tell you publicly, let me make you to understand today. They got 5 family. We live out of Liberia. We see other presidents win elections and they go on stage with their family and lift their hands up and introduce their family. But we never saw that in Liberia. President Weah alone stand there with other people. President Weah have never introduced his children to us. We only know this president is President Weah's daughter, this president, President Weah's son. President Weah has daughters. He got girls. Let us turn it around. How will you feel, Mr. President, if some stupid person from nowhere go and rape your daughter? You destroy her life. You make that girl to be less of a nothing. Nothing. I don't care how a woman dress. I don't care how poverty killing their family and they go out there. You as a father, you don't, if you will help. You don't need to violate them. You don't need to harass them. We see the old guy. Look, I will tell you, if I was in charge, I would nail your balls on the tree and put ants around you for some days. Seriously. Why can't you just go and jack off by yourself? That you need, is that medicine? That is that some rich or something? It's just that for power? You guys are dogs. Dogs. If any man that don't speak against this thing, you are a dog. If any government officials, elected officials who refuse to speak against rape, you are a dog. It's up to you now. So if you don't do it, now you are a dog. You are a dog, and God will punish you. And let me make you to understand. Sometimes we say these things, we're not looking for nothing. I got girls' children. I got girls' children. Do you know how it feels when other people, it's not because it never happened to our child. Why we should violate people? Why? It is shameful. Liberia is not only the bad country in the world, but we're not talking about other countries, we're talking about Liberia. The time the so-called pastors will go and put the so-called oil over a criminal head, they should be speaking against rape. They should be speaking from the Bible. Not to go put a big hat on the head and they act as if I'm a believer and I believe in the Bible. I respect men of God. But I will not respect no men of God who don't respect themselves. Yeah, we know they got a new ATM machine in town. George, we are supplying the money to Thomas Fowler and Wezonga, and it's spreading it around. So everybody, for me, look, I was in Liberia 2018 and I know what it means. They get a lot of fake pastors in Liberia. A lot of fake pastors. Liberia is like Sodom and Gomorrah. Liberia is like Sodom and Gomorrah. Let me make you understand today. A lot of fake pastors in Liberia. We got few good pastors who pray sincerely. We're good Liberians who pray sincerely for the betterment of Liberia. But all the other ones, they pray because of money. Do you know what it portrays? You guys ought to be neutral. If anybody comes to you, yes, you got the right to pray for them. But I wanted a pastor come up, one of these nuts that was up there, come up and tell me, we endorsing this man because this man did this and did that. You can take the damn holy oil, your so-called holy oil, your witchcraft holy oil, and put it over a criminal, will still not change their lives, will still not encourage the Liberian people to vote for you. And I continue to say, we that on this side, if you sit there, look, the whole thing is a gimmick. They put all these things on social media for you to think that Liberia, oh yeah, Joshua is so nice. The people say that's a lie. Listen to radio in Liberia. Listen to radio station. And I will say it every day. And that is why I am proud to support this wonderful man they call Darius Dillon as this, to remain as the senator of Montserrado County. For the first time in Liberia, at least we have a senator, we have a government official or elected officials who putting his people first. Yes. For the first time, we know the actual salary of an elected officials. Whoever came out to tell you, we pray to God for the system to work, not for your pocket to work for the people. The men that live in Nuku Town should have the same opportunity of the men who live in District 7 and 1. The child that go to school in Todi should have the same opportunity with the child that going to school in Monrovia. That is what we're looking at. We're looking at a leader of elected officials who will say that we insist that Tottenham High should serve and should be good like a private school. Central High, Botswan, Gion High, Newport Gion High, Gibson. Let government resources not to come and look at some stupid government officials after staying there for 15 years and telling me, oh, I built a school. Who own the schools? You. Who are going to benefit? Who the proceeds going to? You. Then you see that achievement, and the school is not even like a public school. It's a school that the least that you pay over will be almost $400 US to go to. Then Liberians who don't know, because poverty, that is what they want to kill. You will keep you in poverty and they use you. Liberians, if you cannot make the decision for yourself, that's your business. If you cannot make the decisions on your own and think that you will allow rice to damage your future and your children's future, that's your business. That is your business. That is your business. Look, we all going to die one day. No matter what happens, I will not get into hard times. No matter what happens, I will never get into hard times. No matter what. Because I live in a country that even if I'm not able to work because of my time that I put in, I will benefit. I will still have something to feed my children, my family. But Liberia, they want you guys to be like a beggars. They want you guys to beg them every day, so they think that by paying them $15,000 is okay. We got a president who pretend like he loves Liberia. He's the only Liberian love Liberia. Who still don't realize that he's president of Liberia. Who only there to satisfy people who sing praises to his names. Who sing praises to him. Yeah. So we must beat George. We are in Montserrado County. We must beat President Weah in Montserrado County. Let me be able to understand. For me, I don't have to pretend. I'm not saying that this election is all honey on the rock that opposition will just win. But if you don't go to the polls, if it's close, they will cheat. If you beat them, you must beat them. I'm not worried. The numbers don't count. The They don't have the numbers. CDC don't have the numbers. Because of the work and whatsoever, the people of Montserrat will disgrace CDC. They will disgrace CDC. I can say anybody that. And some of us, we might remain on social media either after December 8th. That's it. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time to say, oh, I will be all there looking for Liberia. No. To be speaking, I might just change course and have another program, because that means Liberia will tell us that they are not ready. And oppositions, you guys need to come to yourselves. Come to your senses. If you have Yeke Koluba saying that he's resigning from CPP or suspending his membership from CPP, then erase eyebrow. That is what Sedition want to know, hear from you guys. When I see people talking about tie one way and the other so, look, we all trying to come together because we don't want so many political parties. We don't want the crooks will dominate the system. But if all the sincere people, all the honest people from all the political parties don't come together, the crooks will dominate you. I still don't believe there are more crooks there than the sincere people. I don't believe it. But because the sincere people themselves have separated themselves, they spread themselves all over. So that is why you don't notice them. If you call yourself honest man, why are you worried about who become president or who is charge? Why are you worried about who going to be the spokesman or who going to be this? It don't have to be you. It don't have to be me. But we just must agree on certain things. Even I bet you some people looking at Darius Dillon and worrying that, oh, this man here, yeah, he getting too much. Look, you can't take the man luck from him. Like what I tell people, say, as much as we would not like Joshua, there's certain thing God gave Joshua. Joshua is blessed. Joshua is the only person who damaged himself. The problem with Joshua is Joshua himself. Joshua problem, President Weah problem is President Weah. Because President Weah has the opportunity to make things right. You already been loved by your people. If you don't make it right, you add it onto the love, no opposition will challenge you. But because you don't know what you want, you don't know your importance, so you think that people are very, very, very stupid. They must lick your feet, they must succumb to you. You think you are king. That is where God come in and say, listen, my son, you are nothing. But sometimes when I hear people, because we say Joshua will succeed, yeah, Joshua is succeeding financially and whatsoever, but we never said Joshua will succeed for Liberia to succeed. So you guys want to pray for President Weah, and President Weah is succeeding and Liberia is deteriorating. The people of Liberia have gone backward. Look and see. If you tell me that everything is okay in Liberia, that means you are cuckoo. You don't have brains. You don't have eyes to see. I'm not listening. I am not an advocate. I'm not an advocate for no damn body. I speak what comes on my mind. And I speak anything that will benefit the Liberian people. It can be rape. I speak against rape. I speak against corruption. And I support people who I believe that they will do it until they can get it wrong. That's it. I don't support people because you think we're in the same party. Let me make people understand today. I don't support people because you think you take your personal money and spend behind somebody. No. Liberian, we should erase the nonsense about what you did when you have. My money is my money. If I want to serve people, if I want to give you some of my money, that's my business. But if I decide that I'm going to contest, your responsibility is to ask me and put me on record. What will I do if I vote for you? What is your stance on rape? What is your stance on paying government officials a lot of money? Let me be the one to explain. Don't ask me, oh, you were in America, you don't send $5 for somebody. That's not your damn business. What Joshua did, what Ellen did for Liberia, what Charles Taylor did for Liberia. Charles Taylor brought killings and troubles on Liberia, but we voted for them. What President Doe did for Liberia, President Doe came out and killed Tobot and killed 12 families, and we made him president still. What did Ellen Johnson did for Liberia? They all brought war to Liberia, but we uplifted them and gave them positions. What Prince Johnson did for Liberia that will make him senator? What George Weah did for Liberia? Oh, because he played football. We should stop going into people's personal business. If this man got money and he want to do it, so be it. I could go to Liberia today. I got money and build hospitals and build this and open my own business. Is that what they call doing for Liberia? No, it's my own business. But you will believe it. You say, oh yes, because Moniki, you know, Moni build hospital. He built this. That's my own business because I want to make money from it. I say, oh, you know what? I can build a hospital in Liberia and make money. But if I build a hospital and turn it over to a community, I say it's for y'all. Yes, I know it's for y'all. Now, if you do that, it's out of generosity. It's up to you. It's up to you. People give back in so many ways. People give back in so many ways. I don't need to come in your community and pave roads. Still, if I go in that community and build myself a big mansion and you don't have it, or I don't give you the current, you piss off. That's my money. That's my money. Right in America, we got neighbors who got everything, and they decide that they'll get no politics. They come to and say, oh, Mr. Keshen, and I've decided to run for the council. I need your support. Why can't I go tell the man, say, listen, you got light over there, you have all the big parties, and you don't never call me, why am I vote for you? It will be stupid on your part. You who live in America and making all this stupid statement on Liberia. I just get sick of Liberian people. We are so dull, we pretend that we're smart. We got all the big degrees and for nothing. We don't put it into use. We got all the degrees, we don't have common sense. Common sense is not common. You got a man who saying he got a master's degree and talking about politicians, oppositions, you go to Liberia and build schools. You ever heard opposition build schools in America? You ever heard that Democratic Party got a school in America? Or Republican? Or you ever heard they say Republican Party going around dividing rice? Yes, we know our people, some of them are damn lazy, we agree. But we should not take advantage of the laziness. We should teach them more because some of them have not traveled. But the ones who causing problem in Liberia too are the ones who travel and went back and tried to do the same old thing. Some of them got a master's and PhD. They're fighting for jobs in Liberia because they know it is easy to steal in Liberia than here. Some of them making $5,000, what's $1,000 in America, but they're working from paycheck to paycheck. Don't mind. Don't listen to some of them. They tell you, say, oh, I'm making $45 an hour. See how they're living. Because how they make the $45, that's how they get a big mansion, and that's how when they get out of that job for 1 month, it's a problem for them. It's a problem. But because they get income, look, Liberians, all over. Some people say, well, for interest, I'm supporting this political party because I want job. I know there's people within the opposition who want to be the next McGill, want to be the next whatsoever. But there are sincere people who give a damn whether they win. I don't give a damn. Yes, I will be proud to be part of a winning party. I will be proud to say, yes, I was one of those who fought for this. But I would never be proud to say, oh yes, I'm working in a corrupt government. And we are so proud enough to show the wealth that we stole, that we took from our people. We are proud enough to show it to people. We are proud. Let me tell you what Liberian men are proud about. They sick, they die, they can't tell you. And they ain't bad the sickness. But they are embarrassed to show it, to tell you. But they can go and steal government money and build a big mansion and come back to America and brag in front of you. When you saw them in a few days, they were broke. They couldn't even take off $5 from their pocket. They're worrying whole day for government to call them. Why would I be working in America and run to Liberia to look for job? Why? Because Liberia is a damn farm where people go and steal and rob the people. We got bad governance. Liberia always a victim. That is why Liberia, there is no future for our youth. No future. When you mess up in Liberia, know that you mess up for the rest of your life. They got people in America who never went to school, but they live in a better life. Can you find that in Liberia? We're not saying that it will be 100%. We're not saying. The people who struggling in the market. Then some of us, by the time we in the position, we forget about the other people. We always forget the ladder that took us up there. We got a president since the pandemic, never went to work, stays home. They get drunk. All his ministers then, they do whatsoever. Everybody's speaking for the government. We never elected you guys. As stupid President Trump is, he still come out to speak. He pays people off, but he still speak. He still have press conference with the with the American citizens. He still tell us what is what. As much as people don't like him, but he still come out to speak. I'm sorry, stupid Trump. I'm not talking about President Trump. I'm talking about Trump, the stupid one. You understand? You see? But he still speak to the people. We got a president going 3 years. He's comfortable to talk to foreigners. He spoke he had a whole stupid interview with Jeff Kunaki. He had another interview with the BBC one. He blundered. He had an interview with his own journalist from LBS. He blundered. Can never one day sit. Can you sit with Rodney CA and answer questions? With all you getting pissed off? Can you sit with your journalist and answer questions? And all the other people lying. You get a general minister who coming up and lying about things. A president rape should be personal. Certain things in Liberia should be personal to this president. But this president just shows us that he don't care. He don't care for you. He don't care for me. Our youth, it's not about us anymore. We have lived our lives. If something happened, I don't want to be Tamatila. Tamatila was lucky. It's happening once in a blue moon. Out of 100, maybe it happened one time. It's not about me. It's about the young people who coming up. People who just graduate from class. Our education system is so below standard. It's the least. We got children who getting out of college cannot even compose one sentence. We got some Liberians who come from Liberia. They say they got a university degree. When you open the mouth, you ask yourself the question. Because there is nothing. So the teachers taking bribe, everybody taking bribe, doctors taking bribe on someone's health business. They taking bribe on that too. We get a president who go to church and just preach division. You use the pulpit. God will punish you guys. I'm not here to judge. The Bible tells me, who am I to judge? But I have eyes and ears to hear. I have eyes. The same way the president would take 45 minutes of our taxpayer time to go and make a freaky stupid music that had nothing to benefit us, that got nothing concerned about rape. He could take that time and give a strong warning on rape. And I dare this president, I challenge this president, he will never do it. And if you do it, good. Prove me wrong. And if anybody want to argue that, oh yes, you stupid like him too. You think President we are better better than the Liberian people who are going through hardship? Do you people think that President Weah is better? Or because he has the country money right in his damn hand that he can use it anytime? And they will continue to use you. You are slave to yourself. Every one of you who think that when we post something that we hate Joshua, no. We don't hate him. He's not paying our bills. He's not taking care of our children's school fees or whatsoever. That we should hate him. Whether we like it or not, he is the 25th president of Liberia. He is the 25th president of Liberia. And you guys will be the same people to go back into your community and look at yourself and you bend your face down in front of your own person because you say, wow, For the last 12 years, I supported George. 10 years, I supported George. Is this where I'm at today? Eh? Lying to people. You're using social media. You're thinking social. That the people who fall for the nonsense here, you don't get no sense yourself. Why will you fall for nonsense when it comes to the social media thing? Why you fall for nonsense? And okay, I just want to take a break and congratulate my friend Yaya Sharif, who will be celebrating. You know, he's the CEO for Talk and Talk Liberia. I think Let's Talk Liberia, and they're celebrating their 4th anniversary in Philadelphia today. And I want to say congratulations to you, Mr. Talata Sharif. He's a seditian, and he's my brother and friend. He's my childhood friend. I respect him. We sometimes argue. He's on the other side, I'm on the other side, but hey, that's his right. Once you don't cross the line, that's your right. I got friends within CDC, so I just want to congratulate him. And he will be celebrating. He's having some things in Philadelphia today. So if you go to Philadelphia, we won't be part of the political discussion. He will be on. I think when you go to Woodland, you will know, because I don't have the address with him in front of me right now. So, but these are some of the things that we say. We will continue to speak out. We will continue. Sometimes we come up and say we don't want to be part of the process anymore. But it's hateful. It's hateful. If some of us want to remain like this, fine, so be it. And I want to touch on James Salensa Diba. You know, some people think that because I support Cummings and I like the ANC party, but I've not yet registered and I've decided to be a member. But let me tell people today, I want to make it clear, let everybody know. When it comes to your community, you should have an open mind. I believe president make difference. I believe representatives make difference. The representative represents you. He's the one that you're depending on. You know, Liberia is a unitary. It's a unitary state. The executive has everything, whether you like it or not. Yes, sometimes we say it's better to get all your people within the Senate and House of Representatives and make it easy. You see, democratic process, democracy, when you get too much, people think that you're a dictator. Because just imagine, you're the president and you got majority in the House and majority in the Senate. Then why should you not do what you're supposed to do? Anything you want to give it to you. Anything. President Weah send this to the Senate, they pass it. He sent this to the House, they pass it. You send it to the judiciary, they let it go. That means you should do the right thing. Okay. James Salensa Diba came out. I don't live in Fiama. The people of Fiama will be the one to decide. James Salensa Diba is member of Liberty Party. Liberty Party is member of the CPP. James Salensa Diba has been member of a political party for 15 years. James Diba has been very, very consistent. Very, very consistent. If you put James Diba and George Weah today, I would take James Diba. Some people say, oh, the first man, yes, George Weah damaged all other footballers' opportunity to get into government. But I always say this, not because of one lane accident that will cause you never to get in a car or drive again. No. Not because they say snake bite you. When you see worm, now you should continue to run. We agree. But James Diba was born and raised. James Diba is telling you, this is what I will do when you give me the opportunity. I haven't heard that from certain politicians. I heard that from Darius Dillon, and now I'm hearing it from James Diba. This is what I will do. I will not take nothing more than $3,000. Then I said, but the senator said $5,000. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. And our senator said that if anybody go below what I'm doing right now, I will follow you. But in the Constitution, there's an article saying that you cannot go more than 5,000 or the equivalent. You understand? So that means you can still go below. There man is saying that this is what I would do against rape. But other people say, but James Diba, when you are playing football, what you give me? We don't know if James Diba make money compared to George Weah. We don't know. We know James Diba play. He been a private person. Not, you see, some of us who got big mouth, we talk, so people see us. They got people who don't talk. Can Alexander Cummings talk? No. Nobody knew when Alexander Cummings been going to Liberia. He started in 2002 when you follow the history. We got James Diba, who those days when Lone Star playing game, James Diba sit by himself and just talk and don't really be into people business. Does George Weah ever came out to criticize President Weah in a way that to insult him also? No. But James Diba believed that President Weah was the wrong choice of Liberia because of his leadership within the Lone Star. James Diba still believed, and he been very consistent criticizing President Weah. Have you heard that James Diba, he's a guy who eats people money, or maybe on the national team or in Barrow, when they gave James Diba the money, he divide and made other people? James Diba, yes, he hustled for himself. Let people, he called names. This man just spoke the other day and called names of certain people that he make way and spend $18,000 to go to Ivory Coast and get visa. Unfortunately, no, he called names. Can anybody challenge it? You don't have to look at James Diba, whether he lived in a small zing house and never built none. You can't. Nobody know how you feel in, nobody know how your shoes look like. Nobody knows. But James Diba is telling you, I want to continue the legacy of Muna Pena. He still respected Muna Pena as his representative, whether she came from CDC or not. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is that we should always believe that the leader that you're going to elect should work in your interest. He spoke about the sanitation situation in our place. But you know, other people say, oh, we see James Diba running around talking about rape and advocating for certain things. But I can stand here today and say, what about Fubu Herring? He supported Sir Joseph, and he supported political way against Darius Dillon. Can we stick on that too? Some people say he's a sedition or disenchanted sedition who decided to switch over. He supported Sir Joseph against us when my brother was contesting. But he's a member of the CPP. Okay, now this election is not part of the 2020 by-election. This is a special election to fill in a seat. If you ask me, I would give them the opportunity to go as an independent. I would not fight for them. I would not fight for, because they too are member of the CPP. Let the people in District 9 decide between the Salensa and whosoever if they want to vote. Salensa is member of the CPP. He's member of the CPP. So, you try it. If they say, okay, on this one, because you see CPP is registered now, we advise you guys to go on as independent. But some of my friends in the ANC, Fubi is the man. Good. Other people in the Liberty Party, Salensa is from the Liberty Party. No one own District 9. Sedition are saying that it's for them because they had the leader there. So, what is the CPP saying? Do they want Salensa and Fubu to go for a convention or to decide? Salensa have been consulting with the CPP group too. He has his right to represent his people. I see nothing wrong with Salensa representing his people or to contest. Let me be frank with you guys. I see nothing wrong with it. Because we should stop asking people what you did when you have $5 yesterday. Maybe you're not close to him to give you. There's other people that will come up and tell you, say, Salisa gave me this. But Liberians will say, oh, that man will be me. That man, he gave me this yesterday, then he took it from me. But other people will come up and say, oh no, James is this. What do you want? Do you look for honesty in a leader? Or do you just look for someone that will come and lie to you? Look at the track record. Let players come out now. People who play with Salisa. Somebody asked, did Salisa ever apply for a job? Salisa been a public person through, or like Josh, we are playing for the national team. They all came the same time. Salisa was hired as a coach of Lone Star, but was removed because he's not a sedition. Zoga Wilson removed him. People came to James Diba, oh, you need to just go over to George Weah and say this so you hold your position. James Diba was removed from the board of Maritime because he was not a sedition. But every Liberian has the right to work. When it comes to football, it has nothing to do with the president. Okay, let's say the president can remove him because it's a political appointment as the board member. The president appoints. But why should the president get involved to remove him as a national coach? It's the LFA through the Ministry of Youth and Sports to hire. You understand? This man had a program. We listen to him talking. This is what we look at. This man just challenged you that if this is this, I will resign. You understand? This is what I will push for. Sometimes we see politicians who go around and tell you all the good stuff, and when they get in there, they don't do nothing. Salisa has the opportunity today to stick with George Weah, to enjoy. He could have been Minister of Youth and Sports. Although we got a jealous guy we call Zoga Wilson, who don't give a damn, suppress all his friends. He did it in Barrow before. He doing it to all in Youth and Sports anyway. But if James Salisa Diba had decided that, okay, I will stick with George Weah, since we lost the first one, I will come back and support George Weah. George Weah going to give James Salisa a job. And George Weah gave Robert Clark job. James Diba and Salisa got a real good relationship. But when it comes to leadership, it has nothing to do with friendship. All the way they remove him as coach. He asked James Diba to go along with the Minister of Youth and Sports to Nigeria. He never refused George Weah call. When George Weah called, my man can't play. He said, if I play, I will charge you. And he will still pay the man can't play. So the friendship, it has nothing to do, but just as the President Weah, who do always hold things. James Salisa Diba never supported George Weah from 2005 to present. But James Diba played on the Wars team with George Weah. James Diba played with the George Weah All-Star, the Weah All-Star. James Diba played on that team. But he support George Weah when it comes to politics. You see, so that is what you guys need to be looking for. We need somebody who will be in the interest of the community, not the party. They say country first, not party first. It's just that because CDC have messed up so badly. But if a sedition in a district who can serve his district and the people like him, but we have not seen no sedition who ever stood up to CDC. But I've seen people from United Party that stood up to United Party. Buffer Chimas did it, but when he went to CDC, it worse. Did anybody within the CDC ever stood up to George Weah? No. All the things Thomas Fala saying, that's a lie. That's a blinking lie. That's a blinking lie. That is why Dara Zilla is doing everything for the system to work for you and myself. Not for you to be there, government elected officials coming to you to just throw money on you every day. By the time you elect them, they're going to steal more. They're going to steal more. If you don't win these elections, CPP If you want to do things behind closed door and try to honor each other, we are Liberians. I will not be ashamed to say that there will be the ruling party praying to God every day that it should be a problem within the CPP. It will make them to win. It will make them to win if there's a problem. But if anybody within the CPP trying to damage certain things, you will suffer. You will be the one to suffer. You will be the one to suffer. And some of us will do our own investigation to see who is wrong or certain thing. There will be a time we might come up and make a decision. But I, Muna Keshen, will never ever make a decision to support CDC. CDC will never change because the president of Liberia will never change. I can make a decision to get out of politics completely, but I'm not going to make a decision to go to President Weah. I will not make that decision. I will not make that decision and say, maybe if I were in Liberia, never travel and never did anything and things hell on me, I will hold you responsible. Say, okay, you know what, my man, I can't be eating dry bread and just sitting. But I live in a country where I can work with my hands. I'm not handicapped. And when I handicap, I will still be able to survive. So why should I come up? If I leave this party, I resign from politics. That's it. So guys, I'll be leaving. I got a 5 o'clock meeting. It's almost 5 o'clock. But I want to say thank you very much. Share this video with whoever you want to share with. But we should speak against rape. We should speak against rape. And I also want to take this time to say I lost my very, very good friend or mentor or father figure, or he was my former vice president for the Liberian Community Association, Mr. Shedwin Williams. So we'll be burying Shedwin Williams on the 12th of next month. On the 12th. And also there's a cash app up there that we want you guys to support the Darius dealer. Make a contribution. We're not voting, but we can make a contribution. It will help. These people are spending money upon money upon money. We cannot sit there. We want for Darius dealer to go from district to district and speak to everybody. It needs transportation. They need money. We must not. It's not because we say money is not. Oh, money is money play. Don't know in America the people spend millions, billions of dollars. So CDC, we know how to spend it, but we want to spend the money to educate our people. You listen to what Darius done to the people in Nukutan. We want the system to work. We need justice. We need justice for all. We need to fight against rape. We need a hard law against rape. They all asking us should take the nuts and put in the pants. Bye for that. This is Muna Keshen, aka The General. I love you guys and I salute you for today. But I will be coming back again. If you don't see me, have a very good weekend or very good week. Pray to God. Keep safe. Corona is real. Thank you very much. Bye.